Hello, everyone. We are live. I am so excited because today is a big day for me and it's a big day for this young man joining us live.
Hello.
And I am announcing the biggest scholarship I have ever given away in my entire life. The day when I announced this scholarship, I was like, oh my God, I'm a startup company. What did I do to myself? And I got so many applications. So for those of you who are not familiar with my journey, and I taught in higher education for 10 plus years in the United States. And this May, I resigned from my job. And now I'm building my own school. So the very first program I'm launching is an entrepreneurship immersion in Singapore. And I did a few weeks ago, I did a big scholarship giveaway. And the winner of the scholarship is, as you guys can tell, is my new friend, Denis Oconnor. And so congratulations, first of all, Denis. This is really the biggest award I have ever given away. And so the award includes coming to the program for free, completely waived the tuition, which includes accommodation and food at a 5-star resort, the yacht club in Singapore, and listening and learning and networking from top-notch entrepreneurs and digital marketers, 10 speakers from 5 different countries, and LinkedIn Learning, have access to LinkedIn Learning for a year, Adobe certification, and small business and entrepreneurship certification, and so much more. I just added lunch buffet. So I saw the menu like international cuisine, and you get yourself ready, bring your appetite, and there's coffee break and the breakfast buffet. And in the afternoon, we'll be going out for sightseeing, Microsoft, Adobe, HubSpot, startup companies. You will be exhausted. My husband was looking at the schedule. He was like, oh my God, people will be exhausted by the end of the 10 days, but you will be transformed. So congratulations, Denis. And I believe in you. This is an investment in you. And my ROI in this investment is I hope you are going to pursue your dream, pursue your passion, and become the entrepreneur that you want to become. And I think this program is going to change, inspire you, and transform your life. And I can't wait to see you in Singapore in less than 2 weeks. Yeah. So welcome to the show, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Again, like I'm super excited about I'm super excited about this whole experience. You know, it's going to teach me a lot more about myself, and the meditation will help a lot.
So. Yes, I forgot to mention that because what I learned, and everyone, we are live on LinkedIn. We are live on Facebook, we are live on Periscope, and we are live on YouTube. And by the way, Peter, the friend you told me, she didn't apply. Just want to let you know. And so the reason I did daily meditation is I truly believe, let me know in the comment section if you disagree with me. I think entrepreneurship and even education is an inside-out journey. The desire to learn, to make a difference has to come from inside. And this journey is very hard. It's very challenging. I don't think I cried this much when I was teaching as a college professor. But now, every single day, you know, I laugh, I cry. It's such an emotional roller coaster. To really succeed on this journey, you need a very strong heart, a very solid internal foundation. You know, I love the founder of Mind Valley. I don't know. Do you follow Mind Valley?
Denis? I do not. No, I need to.
Okay. So I love what he said is become unfuckwithable. You know, like pretty much when the inside is so strong, whatever other people say or do have nothing to do with you. They cannot affect you at all. So that's why I added daily meditation. And this teacher, you will love him. He's amazing. So introduce yourself to us. Tell us a little bit more about who you are, where you are joining us from, so we get to know you more, Denis.
Well, basically, I'm placed here today. I'm in Ireland, Dublin, and I'm 17 years old, of course. And basically, I was, you know, I from a young age, I've always had a vision of not just, making money and all that, but to become an entrepreneur. And I learned that, what a real entrepreneur is someone who doesn't say that they're an entrepreneur. It's someone who, it's someone who, so it's someone who doesn't say that they're an entrepreneur. It's someone who keeps it all quiet and then let the success speak for itself, and I just, I have started up a few startups that have failed. I had 2 startups that failed. I had a dog walking startup. I didn't do the work needed for that. And then and then I had my one successful startup, which was a grass cutting,
Wow.
So it's doing okay. It's not doing too good at all. But again, I want to come to Singapore to learn more tricks, tips, to be able to grow my brand just like you did.
That's amazing. So share with us, for pretty much most of your life, you are a student, right? So what is, because you truly stood out, like compared to others who applied to join this scholarship. So what inspired you to become, like, what gave you the drive? What inspired you to become an entrepreneur? What is your story? So by the way,
yeah.
everyone, sending you congratulations. Okay, we have lots of people joining us live on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Let's send Dennis a big congratulations. This young boy, his life is going to be changed. We have, okay, hold on. I need to interrupt you for a second. And here are the speakers. And join us in Singapore. I think I have it here. Literally 10 speakers. This is a program I wish I had when I started out on this journey. Entrepreneurship has nothing to do with age. And I started this journey about 5 years ago. And this is something I wish I had. And this is something that I'm literally creating for the next generation and for my own children. We have Dr. Caroline from India. She's going to discuss personal development. We have Clarice Lin, who is joining us live right now from the UK. And she will be discussing Google Analytics. And Clarice just spoke at Inbound this year, where they had 26,000 people attending the conference. And Clarice totally rocked the stage. Discuss copywriting, digital storytelling, which I think is the most important skill if you want to build a brand in the digital media space. And Chocolate Johnny, and I think Dennis, you can benefit from his content. So he actually has a physical store. And so he has leveraged social media so successfully to grow his physical store. So that's what he's going to discuss, how to use social media to grow a business. And Dr. Natalia is a LinkedIn instructor and author, and she's going to discuss personal branding. And my dear friend Yosef and Sushi, they're both based in Singapore. They will be doing the closing keynote and talking about failures and mistakes and the importance of mindset. And also, we're going to do some laughter exercise, emotional intelligence, regulating your own emotions. And Stella joined us from the UK, and she will be discussing how to use LinkedIn to generate the leads organically, meaning that people who want to work with you. And Dr. Terry joined us live from Jamaica. And Dr. Terry has millions, not even thousands, but millions of followers on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter across different social media platforms. And she's going to teach us how we can be like her, pretty much, how we can become a thought leader, an influencer in our industry. She is absolutely amazing. Oh my God, you guys will love her. She is like, if you think I'm a firecracker, she's like next level. And my friend Tim Wayne and joining us live from the UK, an influencer himself, and he will be discussing how to grow a YouTube channel. And I can't wait to learn more about this myself. And so those are the speakers that are coming. Amazing, right? Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, ready to learn.
So excited. So going back to your story, Dennis, and as I mentioned, pretty much you're a student for your entire life. You're pretty young. And so what inspired you to be interested in becoming an entrepreneur? I don't know if is it because of a class? Are you taking certain classes? So what is the story behind your journey?
Well, I basically began. Well, of course, I came from a very, very poor background in Russia, in a broken down orphanage. And when I came over to Ireland, I was always the kid in primary school, which is over here we call it primary school. I was always the kid who would be it would be tough to fit in, and I'd be treated differently. I got bullied for a couple of the first couple of years of my life. And then it's suddenly I made a lot of mistakes on the way, like a big amount of mistakes. And that's I had a vision, not for entrepreneurship, but a vision for wealth, at a very young age, and that would be my drive, as well as the people who were bullying me. But basically, I began out again with the grass cutting, after one of the biggest mistakes that I had made. And only now, I've come to realize that I always I'm in my room nearly all of the time. I'm a big loner. And again, it's the road towards entrepreneurship that is the toughest road, especially when you're young like me. I've had terrible days and I've had really good days. And they've kind of builded a bigger character for me, and they've developed a tougher skin. Only recently I've ended up getting bullied online because of they were saying my Instagram was complete crap, you're a scammer, everything like that, and they just that's what really built tough skin for me. And this is why I wanted to become an entrepreneur, to be able to win in life and to be able to gain the success that my family over in Russia never ever had, and they did really, they could have changed their ways, but they didn't. And I'm glad to be in a family that cares about me now.
Oh my God, I almost cried, because that's why I chose you. That's why I invest in you, because I just love those stories, because you have so much prior to coming to this point, and I think you can get a lot out of this. And you and I, we had a very brief conversation over Instagram regarding bullying, and
Yes.
this is something very close to my heart, because when I got started, I worked in as a college professor for so many years. And so about 4 or 5 years ago, I decided to about 2 years ago, I decided to reinvent myself. Oh my God, my eyes got teary. My makeup is going to be all over the place. So I was being bullied because I started talking about the educational model is broken. It's not really serving our students. And so I really hear you. But on the other hand, that's why one thing I think this internal strength, meditation is so important, because this is a lonely journey. It is a lonely journey, especially if you are a traditional school environment. And just earlier today at my incubator program, we were saying that, okay, all of us were kind of the unicorns in our own field. And that's why I want to create this environment where children, the next generation, you guys can mingle with entrepreneurs, people like us. I think entrepreneurship should not be defined by age. And those
Hello?
you are going to become massively successful, and that is the best revenge. And I totally believe in you. I totally,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much. It's good to have someone who believes in me, that's a like-minded person, so it's really
So
good.
that's the word from Mind Valley. You guys, I will share this guy with you. He's really amazing. So I listened to his book. I forgot the name of the book. The Code of Extraordinary. Maybe that's the name of the book. So I learned that word, become unfuckwithable, meaning that, right? Become like next level. So that's our goal. That's our goal. Yeah. So share with us, like you kind of mentioned, you have 2 different startup kind of companies. So what give you the idea for each of them? So one is the dog, the other one is Grass
Grass
cut.
cutting.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So what gave you the idea to start each of them?
Okay, well, the grass cutting started out, again, it started out me going onto a website called Vistaprint. I'm not sure if you go onto Vistaprint to get business cards and all that, but that's the platform. And I began by, of course, I didn't get to do the research, which I was young, I needed to learn a little bit more, but I was someone who would just dive right into it, and I invested my own money into it, into buying. 1 second. Let me try and actually show you real quick. I ended up. So this is the newer, updated version of my business card. Okay. And then this is just this year. I printed that out. And before, the first business card was terrible. It really was. It was a white background, and it didn't suit the team of grass cutting. But my first neighbor. My first customer was actually my neighbor, and that he taught me basically everything there is to know. He taught me how to trim. He taught me how to cut a very massive lawn, which he has a very big lawn, and he also taught me how to water plants and how to keep updated with when the grass needs to be cut or not. And that's how it kind of like kicked off. I started then kind of upgrading I stepped up to the plate and started going around house to house by shoving the business cards through letter boxes, and that was it worked for only one person, and there was about there was about 100 houses that I delivered to, and only one person had answered, it was good, but again, it kind of made me feel.
I just love. We lost you. We lost you for a second. You're back. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
We had the worst internet connection. I think you and I, you know what? You and I, we are bringing too much fire. We're going to break the internet. I think that's why.
Yeah. Exactly. So the grass cutting, it's right now at the stage that the grass cutting startup is going. I have a new customer. I recently had before I got a new customer, and she was an old lady, and I remember the first time that she met me, I was shoveling snow for her. Yeah, and I did it for about 4 hours straight, nonstop, and she ended up trying to hand me money, and I just said I did not want that money. I just did not want it because it was a nice thing to do for her on the winter,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I got the idea, maybe to deliver the card through her door, and she ended up saying, you know what, I might as well give this kid a chance, and ever since then I have been cutting the lawn for her,
Wow.
but unfortunately she had died of cancer due
Aw.
to smoking. And it was a really sad moment because I went to her funeral, and it was just a nice thing to do. I remember just every time I would try to cut her lawn, she would always go out and she would buy she'd smoke a cigarette, and that made me feel kind of sad for yeah. But again, now I have a new customer, and I'm doing the leaves. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to his house. I'm going to be sweeping up leaves for him, because it is the winter. It's coming into winter, and all the leaves are everywhere. But that's where it is at right now. It's not too big, but I want to be able to grow it. Pretty much. And then the dog walking one, it's the connection. The connection is gone now. Hello. Hello. I'll just wait until you get back. Hello. Okay. Okay. So the dog walking, basically, that was a big fail. The dog walking one didn't really kick off due to the fact that my dad had ended up, of course, he ended up telling me that you have to have a license to be able to walk a dog. I didn't know that. Um, and when I heard that, I had already ended up buying the cards, and my money was already transferred to them. I couldn't refund them, and that was kind of a learning curve for me to say to myself, do the research before you put an idea into place. Yeah.
Validating the market, right? Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I just feel so inspired by the quick stories you shared here, and I love how you are taking action. I work with others, I coach them in terms of live streaming, and I always tell people you just need to get started. You don't even need this and that fancy equipment. The key is getting started, and you are just a perfect example of getting started. And today, actually, I did a little bit of reflection on my own journey. I actually gained the idea of doing this immersion in August. So I got this idea in August, and then right after that, I booked a ticket to go to Singapore to figure this out. So I came back, I worked really hard. I launched the program in October. So like I'm definitely an action taker, but I also see limitations in
Yes.
this. I definitely. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like if I know so much, like how much work this actually involves, I may never ever actually take the action. Some people say fear of the unknown. I think sometimes because you don't know, it is actually a bless. You just don't know. You just like dive in. So I
Yeah.
love how you what you shared here. And also, the first part doing anything is the hardest, especially for what we are doing right now. There's no roadmap. It's not like cooking. Step
Yeah.
one, 2 tablespoons. Step three, there's no such instructions. There's no recipe. You are
Yeah.
literally figuring this out. Like for me, figuring this out as I'm on this journey. So I just love from those 2 quick stories. You are just like an action taker. Uh,
Yeah.
I love that. So, what is something that you wish you knew or you wish you did, but you didn't do it? Like reflecting on your very short journey on being an entrepreneur.
Um, I would probably just say that procrastination is a big thing, and that had really hit me big time, and even anxiety. Like the one thing I just have to say is that everything does, like it does, if you have anxiety or you do suffer from anything like that, it will heal as long as you take care of your body. Again, go to the gym every day, and I go to the gym every single day, and I eat healthy, and that has made a big impact on my entrepreneur journey, and I'm learning and learning, and it helps so much with every kind of anxiety and depression I have. So it really does help.
Yeah, totally. And those of you who know me, and I actually host two live streaming shows. So one is social media marketing, and my friend Mark Mitri, who is the podcast guy. And so he's coming to my show, and he just talking about mental health. He told me that he's actually releasing a new book next year to just focus on mental health, social anxiety, all those things. So you are definitely not alone. So I hear you. Yeah. And it's
Thanks.
really important that we start talking about those things, not always, being Instagram perfect, but
Yeah.
start talking about this because this journey is so unpredictable. There are lots of uncertainties, and you need to be prepared to be able to deal with. And our internet connection is not the best right now. So share with us, and where can people and everyone, okay, my friend is also a speaker. Everyone is very, very happy for you, Dennis, including your business. Even check out your business. I don't know if you have a social media handle for your businesses or a website, but at least let us know where they can learn more about you.
Yeah. So what I again I have to update a lot of things. I have to
You
update
don't.
LinkedIn.
You Instagram,
Yeah.
by the way, the first time you send me Instagram message, I said, huh, is this like a spam or something? You need to change that name to your real name, not a
Yeah.
number. And what's your name?
Yeah. Doc_659. I know. Yeah. I will change it. Don't worry. I will.
So repeat that handle again. So it seems like you are really active on Instagram. So just in case people want to connect with you, so repeat that social media handle with us.
So it's doc_659.
Which will be changed.
Which will be
Yes, his personal brand will. You know what? Take a before picture. Take a before picture of Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube if you have, and we are going to show some who joined us live, who is with us live from all over the globe. And I appreciate you guys. And Dennis,
yes.
congratulations again.
Thank
Congratulations again. This is amazing. Awesome. And get ready. Bring your mood, your desire to learn, your passion for life, for entrepreneurship, and bring your appetite and summer clothes, and we are going to learn, network, have fun, and be inspired. So
Brilliant.
Thank you so much for joining us live. Yeah, and thank you so much everyone for joining us live. And for those of you who are in the US, happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye.